The West has very cool monsters. I've loved yokai since I came to Japan over 30 years ago. For those who don't know yokai, they're supernatural spirits or monsters. And not unlike Western monsters, they have, of course, human features plus mixed with animal features or even human characteristics that are overly expressed in their looks. The Japanese yokai are both scary and cute and almost pitiful. You feel horrified and sorry for them at the same time, which, thinking about it, might not be all that different from Western monsters as well. So I was thrilled when I learned that there is an ancient temple on the outskirts of the ancient capital of Kyoto that was having a night yokai event. I mean, they would open up the grounds of the temple at night in the dark and celebrate yokai. I mean, how creepy and cool is that? So, and I believe in ghosts, like totally, and especially Japanese ghosts. Maybe someday I'll tell you why. And because the event is at night and dark, it would be a great chance to test the low-light performance of the Sony Alpha 6700. And because I expected the temple to be really dark in some places, I brought my old Canon XF100. It's a BBC compliant camcorder with infrared night vision capabilities, just in case I needed to see something that wasn't meant to be seen. So we took the train from Osaka through Kyoto and to the outskirts of Kyoto along Japan's largest lake called Lake Biwa. We took a taxi. So we're taking a taxi to the temple. Rode about 10 minutes to meet at a temple. And right as we got out of the taxi, we knew right away we were in the right place. I mean, yokai were walking around already. Miidera Temple was founded in 672 AD by Emperor Tenmu, making it one of the oldest temples in Japan. I didn't pay much attention to this rat yokai until after I got home, and my son told me that there was a legend that one of the Miidera priests used black magic to turn himself into a huge mouse, like the one you see, and then it controlled thousands of rats and attacked the other temple. Seeing that we could actually go inside the main temple hall, I went in to take a look. And I was surprised to see that people were actually praying during this event. On the other side of the temple, which was the backside of the temple, they were doing different performances. This was the coolest one. It was a guy on the shamisen and the woman that was telling spooky, scary ghost stories. During the spooky ghost story part of the event, I took a picture. I wanted to take a picture like through the trees to get this real cool scene, real cinematic shot of this family sitting in front of this really actually old, creepy old temple. The one that I took towards the beginning of this video. And then I thought, well, let's try out the infrared camera. So I pulled out the Canon XF100 and turned on the infrared and took that same family. And I'm not sure I should have done that. See for yourselves and let me know what you think. So the name of that temple I was telling you about with the rivalry with Miideta was Hiezan. And Hiezan had a very famous warrior monk. He was actually the sidekick of one of Japan's most famous and popular samurai from the Kamakura period. When they were in a battle, Binky grabbed this huge temple bell and dragged it back towards Hiezan. But as Binky was dragging it along, he could hear the bell saying it wanted to go back to Miideta Temple. So he threw it in the river and left it. And apparently the bell worked its way back to Miideta Temple. I don't think that kid was ever seen again. So behind the red and black goblins, there was this other really dark and creepy room, which I guess I shouldn't talk about a temple that way, but it was. So I pulled out the Canon with its infrared and went in again. Let's see what we found. So that was pretty cool, but it's hard to feel like you're really tough when there's like 5-year-olds going through the same spooky room that you're going through. So the temple staff came by and told us that there was going to be a yokai procession, like a parade. So everybody lined up, got their cameras ready, and we got to see all the yokai. Unfortunately, there were a lot of yokai in the parade that I didn't get to see when I was walking around the ground, so sad I missed that. I really would have liked to have seen them hiding in the bushes. Tonight is so cool. The buildings, the yokai, the trees, the lighting. For some strange reason, on this part of the temple, the camera would just not focus on the subjects. It kept focusing on the background. I don't know why, and I'm not going to blame it on ghosts. Our next adventure is a lantern river festival in Kyoto. People send lit lanterns down a river to guide their deceased loved ones back to heaven. In that video, I'll explain why the deceased relatives aren't in heaven in the first place. If that video is ready, you'll see the link on the screen. Until then, the YouTube algorithm thinks this is the best video for you next. Thanks for watching.
Can't stop, won't stop, just like a rolling stone.